Hey guys, good morning, good Sunday morning to you. I'm gonna have to apologize for that somewhat cheesy, forced looking thumbnail pic for this live chat, so sorry. If you got past the thumbnail and still watched the video, thanks. HJWIV Farms Incorporated Williams, how you guys doing? Thanks for stopping by. Hope you're good today. Hope you have a wonderful day planned. If you're a mother, I hope you get doted upon. If you're not a mother, I hope you dote upon your mother and all those mothers in your lives, the grandmothers, even aunts and uncles, or not uncles, aunts. So, we actually, when I came out this morning, Homestead Mom was still asleep. And I instructed the kids who were already awake not to wake her up. How old is my cow? I believe she's 4 or 5. Yeah, 4 or 5 years old. So I'm hoping that they heeded my instructions and that they're still letting Homestead Mom sleep in. That is the plan. That has been the plan for this morning, is to let her sleep in. So hopefully that is occurring and she's still sleeping, but we'll find out when I get back in there. I'm keeping milk this morning, so again, this may be a brief or maybe an abrupt end. So I just wanted to come on and say Happy Mother's Day to everyone. If we don't get a whole lot of traffic here, it's just Williams and I. Then it may be a short video, and I'll just say Happy Mother's Day. Hope you have a wonderful day, and we'll go from there. But we'll see if some people filter in, trickle in, and we chat for a little bit this morning. So if you guys watched any of the last 2 videos, you saw that we had one of my players and some good family friends of ours, their son over 2 nights ago so that he could play basketball. What's up, Simon? And where was I going with this? I can't remember where I was going to go with that. I think saying hi to Simon just stopped my brain from working. Oh, here's where I was going to go with it. They don't drink raw milk. He had cereal yesterday morning. So I asked him, I said, well, how do you like, is it a lot different than the milk you get? He said, yeah. And I said, how so? He said, it's better. So, you're setting up a new device. Okay, that's all right, Simon. It's Sunday. It's a day of rest. You don't have to be popping links up left and right. Although, is it Monday morning there? Very cool. Got some soybeans, or some corn and soybeans planted. Me, not so much. I was trying to keep the baby quiet, and then the other kids quiet, so Mama could sleep. So hopefully she's still sleeping. We'll see. So we're going to church later, and then going over to my sister-in-law and brother-in-law's house. The kids are excited because I think I told you guys that they went to a pony auction and they got a mini, and then they got a pony, and there's a possibility we might buy one, but there's also a possibility we might buy something different that would be bigger and like I could ride it even. Sunday evening, okay. Yes, I'm hoping my wife has a nice day too, and I will be calling my mom later. She's not in town today, so. What do you guys all have planned? Not a draft, so a halflinger. So it depends on what size of the halflinger, but yeah, something big. Not a pony. I wouldn't do a pony. What is that back there? It was just a weird bird flying. So, you guys have any big plans for Mother's Day? So like I said, we're going over to brother and sister-in-law's. Kids are excited. I could, I'm not that worried about it. The grass in between those spruce trees does not grow that much anymore. And even if it does, it's not like it's an eyesore because it's in between rows of trees where no one can see it. So, back behind the house, here, if I show you guys. I'm sorry to hear that, Simon. Back behind the house, where's my finger? Over here, those trees are a little bit smaller. So those ones would be, I still can get the big tractor down through there. So if I got a walk behind sickle mower, I could cut in between there. And then I would think about trying to use the York rake to pull the grass this way and then feed it to the cow and if we get a horse or anything like that. What do I see? Get some good pictures of the sunsets in Mississippi. That's awesome. HJWIV. We get some good sunset pictures here as well. RG, how you doing? The granddaughter and you are cooking breakfasts for her mother and grandmother. Outstanding. What are you guys cooking? I had cold pizza for breakfast. I love cold pizza for breakfast. Pizza anytime is good. It's one of my favorite breakfasts, actually. Cold pizza. So I'll probably do a video. Eggs, bread, pancakes, and fruit. Now, how do you guys do your eggs? Everybody in here, how do you do your eggs? Do you guys scramble them? Do you use sunny side up? Do you fry them? I'm a big fan of a fried egg sandwich. I very much like to, I'll fry a couple eggs, throw it on some bread, and when you bite into it and the yolk kind of pours out all over the bread. Now I'm hungry. Especially with farm fresh eggs. How many of you guys get farm fresh eggs? You don't have a preference, RG? Just whatever your whim is that day? Okay. So I'll do scrambled eggs for the kids. Sometimes they like fried eggs, but if I'm gonna make them for me, if it's just like for me, a lot of times I'll just make a fried egg, throw it on some bread, like make it like a half sandwich. Okay, Simon, so you get farm fresh. RG, do you get farm fresh eggs? You've got chickens, right? How many chickens do you have? So I think we've got somewhere, please don't step in this bucket. I think we have somewhere in the neighborhood of 50 or 60 chickens. We have a lot of eggs. And the duck eggs are so much bigger. Okay, you're gonna get some soon. Cool. You have a breed that you like? Chickens are easy, man. So Simon, when I lived 2 houses ago, we lived in a suburb of Detroit, and we lived on a postage stamp, lot. It was 40 feet wide, and it was like 120 feet deep. So it was like 6 feet wider than the house on one side, and then you had a drive that went along the house, and maybe 6 feet wide on the other side. And we had a detached garage. So what I did was I built a 4-foot by 8-foot chicken coop and run. So the coop was 4-foot by 4-foot, and it was raised above the run, so they had the whole 4x8 to run in, and then the 4-foot by 4-foot for the coop. And we kept 3 chickens because that's what we were allowed to have. I think there's birds up there making a mess. So, yeah, I think Prudy hears them and she's like freaking out a little bit. And those things ate almost nothing. 3 hens eat almost nothing. We gave them all our table scraps. I gave them all of our yard weeds. So it really cost almost nothing to feed them. And they turned all those table scraps and yard weeds and all that stuff into eggs. And we probably got, 2 eggs a day. And, they're really easy to take care of. And for our family at that point, when we started, my wife was pregnant with Aqua Boy in that house, and by the time we left, I think we had 3 children. But I mean, a dozen eggs a week was, and we probably got 15 eggs a week, was more than enough to keep us in eggs. Yeah, I'm not sure I'm trying to think which would do well in Arizona. I mean, I'm sure like Leghorns and stuff would. Definitely. I started off with saying Happy Mother's Day. I don't think we have any mothers in here right now. I think it's RG, Simon, and HJWIV, if they're still here. So, it's starting out as a wet Mother's Day here. I think it is supposed to dry out later, but it's actually supposed to be a wet week here. So, we'll see how it ends up. But Beaverwood Outdoors, how you doing? Glad you joined us. Very cool. Yeah, I would think that like Leghorns or any of the production chickens would do well. I would even think that like Orpingtons would do well because they do well in cold, but I don't think they would not do well in heat, but I don't know that. Let me know when you figure that out, RG. I'll show you guys quick. So we're right there. Probably 2.5 gallons maybe, something like that. And I'm done on the, I'm still working on the passenger side front udder, finished on the driver's side, and now I'm working on the driver's side rear. So, yeah. It'll be interesting to see. I mean, I've never had to worry about chickens anywhere other than Michigan. So, I think Prudy, she's still shedding, but she's not shedding at the same rate she was when it went from 40s and 50s to 70s. I mean, her fur was coming out in chunks at that point. Now it's just kind of, if you guys can see, like just the little individual hairs. But especially on her back before. I would take the brush and it would just clog up in one. I'll have to check that out. Like I think I told you guys, I have not had a whole lot of time to watch other YouTube channels. And it's not because I don't want to. It's because I just don't have time. We're hardly home, and when I'm in the car or if I'm, coaching, it's not like I can sit there and watch. So it is what it is. I'll keep doing what I'm doing, and if people enjoy it, they'll keep watching, I suppose. What's the weather like where you guys are at? Give me a high and low, sunny, cloudy for the day. What's your forecast? Our forecast here is between 65 and 70 today. Starting out cloudy with some rain showers, and then clearing up later with hopefully partly cloudy to partly sunny skies, if we're lucky. I think I told you guys, I need to get a bigger bucket. This one is 4 gallons, but a 4-gallon bucket, I really can't get 4 gallons of milk in. That sounds good. RG Homestead, sunny and low 70s with light winds. That's like a perfect day. So when we got back last Monday, we got back in the afternoon, so we really didn't do much in the day. Tuesday here was like 75, light wind, it was beautiful. 48, sunny with a high of 65. That's another, sounds like a good day to me, Beaver. And where is everyone located? I know Simon is in Australia, and RG is in Arizona. And I know you told me what part of Arizona, but I've forgotten. Where's everybody else located? HJWIV, I think, said they were in, hey, Noah's Ark's here. Metro Detroit, that's right, not far from me at all. Vermont, very cool. Very cool indeed. I'd like to visit Vermont someday. Autumn has arrived. I like when fall arrives. Noah's Ark, I have a question for you. Have you been to the Ark experience down near Cincinnati? With your channel being named Noah's Ark, I was just wondering if you've been there. It's real in your heart. I'm just kidding. It's short for Australia. Central Arizona, near the Grand Canyon. Very cool. I've been to the Grand Canyon a couple times. I need to take the children. I think if we get a bus, maybe we'll go out west. So Noah's Ark, we thought about going to the Ark experience on the way back. But based on cost and the amount of time that we had to spend there, we decided if we're going to do it, we'll like spend a day there. And actually, from what I've been told, you really need to spend almost 2 days there, because there's the museum and then there's the Ark. Are there really dinosaurs on it? That's an interesting take. I've heard that take before, though. I've heard the some pictographs and caves or whatever depict humans and dinosaurs. I don't know. Please don't step in this, okay? We're getting towards the top here, miss. Yeah, I think it cost them a lot of money to make that, because it's a big structure. I think most people don't realize when they see Noah's Ark and then they see all the cute little, hey, shh, talking. See all the cute little baby themed stuff. They well, you know what? I've got dinosaurs right here. Hold on, let me show you. There's one walking right there. See? Over here. That's what Justin Rhodes calls them. Little dinos. Yeah, I don't know. But man, when you hear, if you guys have ever heard Santa cranes make their call, their noise, I swear to you, it's got to be what a pterodactyl would sound like. It's amazing. Yeah. Yeah, it's I don't claim to know enough about it to talk intelligently on it, so I won't. there. See, almost to the point where I'm going to say, okay, I'm going to stop before she kicks the bucket. Not dying, just kicking the bucket. So we're probably at like 3.5 gallons right now. Yes, she is a Jersey. And I only milk once a day, Beaver. So I have been milking twice a day. So I've got 6 kids, and all of my conflicts happen in the evening. So I transitioned her to once a day milking, and it has been the best thing that I've done since starting milking. And I still get about 4 gallons a day. So yeah, can't complain. No. Don't do it. Okay. This is the point at which I'm going to say, let's put the top on. Let's move this out of her way, and then we'll finish milking into the plastic bucket and give that to the chickens, because I don't want to lose this milk. Did I miss anything? Yeah, I don't know. Hold on, I'll be right back. On the whole young earth, old earth, creation, evolution, I don't have a whole lot of positions on that. It just is, I don't know enough to know enough. She is a lovely cow, except she's a little dirty right here. She must have laid in some mud. I could see it being both ways. I really didn't think this is where the conversation was going to go this morning. Can you stop moving, miss? And we'll just finish. How about that? Wouldn't that be nice? We'll just finish quickly. Simon, I think you asked how many... Hey, Ron, what's going on? How many days a week the pigs get milk? I would say it depends on the week, but probably 3 to 5. Very cool. Yeah, there's a whole lot of ways that it could go. I don't know. Yeah. Like I said, I don't know enough to speak intelligently, so I should not talk about it. So, I've been studying for my ham test, my ham radio test. And the book that I got came with, I bought it specifically because it came with a CD that has test questions. Ron, it's going okay. I'm probably about halfway through the book, maybe not even halfway through the test questions. And I wanted to just see how, how I would do. So what the CD does is it's got all of the test questions, and it will create a sample test for you. It will just, take the right amount of questions from each group of, there's like 9 categories, and it'll give you a test. And some of the stuff I have not gotten to, so I have not studied at all. Right now, I'm hitting at like a 60% rate on average. I need to be at 74. And most of the stuff that I'm not getting getting the right answers on is stuff that I've not done before. Which a lot of that happens to be the equations for ohms and volts and watts, and if you're on a 6-meter band, what's the frequency range and stuff like that. So I'm pretty happy that I'm doing 60%, having only finished half the book. So I think the place that gives the test around here for free, unfortunately, it's on the third Saturday of the month, and I'm busy the next 2 Saturdays. And the test questions, I think I may have mentioned this before, the pool of questions that they're using currently, they're going to stop using after June of this year, and there will be a new pool of test questions. So studying what I'm studying now, well, obviously it would still help me after June, but the questions would be worded different, they would be different, so it wouldn't help me as much. There's another club local to around here that does it on a different night of the week. So, I think I may go do that. I've got to see if I can find time to do that. The book is just Technician Class by, Gordon West. Gordon West, that's who it is, I think. What was the other question? Why do I need a test license to operate one, by the way? Yes, so amateur radio is licensed in the United States by the Federal Communications Commission, FCC. And yes, you have to, they can come find you and fine you if you're operating an amateur radio on bands that you're not allowed to without a license. So, so the first level of the test you get is called the technician license, and it enables you to use certain bandwidths. If you get the next one up, which is called the general license, I think she's pretty good. The general license gives you access to the higher level, high frequency bands, which travel farther. Yeah, so Ron, so obviously the FCC doesn't have control over other countries, so other countries must have their own licensing boards, I would guess. Yeah, it's going to cost me $15 as well. I was hoping I could go to that free class because if I was going to go to the free class, I would have tried for my general license at the same time. I would have been like, okay, if I pass the technician, I'm going to just go ahead and give it a shot, take a flyer on it, and see if I've learned enough to pass the general license. If I've got to pay $15 for it, I'm not going to take a flyer on it. I'll wait and I'll study when the new test questions come out. I'll study the book for the general license. So, yeah, but I mean, $15 isn't bad. And then the license is good for 10 years. And then if you let it, your license expire, you have a 2-year window where you cannot transmit, but you can renew your license without having to retake the test. I saw, chicken milk time, take the general, it's free. Oh, if it is free, then I'll do it. If they don't charge me another $15, I will most certainly do it, and I may take it several times then, if I don't pass the first time. Because you can take it more than once. So like, if I take the technician test the first time, and for some reason don't pass, hold on guys, let me come over here. If I don't pass it, then I can always take it again immediately and try to pass it again. At least that's understanding. There we go, guys. Okay, guys. I gotta get this milk inside and filter it. Hey. You don't have such good brakes there, duck. Watch where you're going. So, I gotta take this stuff in and get the milk filtered. So, thank you guys for watching. If you got any questions, send them to me in a message. Sweet. If I'm gonna take it, then I'm gonna take it, Ron. I'll do it. So what I was told, Simon, here, I'll walk with you while I take the bucket over to wash out. What I was told by the guy at the the Great Appalachian Homestead Conference is that start out with a handheld dual frequency radio, and Baofeng makes good radios for pretty inexpensive. So I got one of their higher power ones, and that was still only 60 bucks, maybe $50. I think Ron got one that was more like $30, and his actually came with all sorts of accessories. So you don't have to spend a ton of money. I wanted one that had a little bit more power in case I was someplace that that didn't have a repeater close by, and I still don't know how close the repeater is to here. But if you've got a repeater close to your house, you wouldn't need a high-powered one. So for $30, then yeah, I got the 8-watt one. So what did I say? Did I say something else? Because I know some of them are 5-watt and some of them are 8-watt. But anyway, so you don't have to spend a whole lot of money. I mean, for $50, well, I guess if you buy the book, $60 or $70. But to buy the study book, if you get the radio that Ron got and to take tests, you could be at like 60 or 70 bucks. And depending on the repeaters and stuff, we could then maybe start a Homestead Dad ham club. We could net and we could talk to each other. It'd be awesome. Anyway, I gotta go. Thank you guys for stopping by. I'm trying to figure out where the camera is. I will see you guys in the next video. Ta-ta for now.